The Silicon Valley of current day and age is not the one that we all used to know and love. I'm Zayan, Chandankeri, and in this presentation, I'll be discussing how a detrimental shift in ideology completely changed the way that Silicon Valley works. And this all comes back to one phrase: move fast, break things. When I first heard this phrase, I thought about cars and how if they move fast, they'll probably break a lot of things. But then I sort of connected this to the Silicon Valley, and I thought about it. I realized that the upbringing and downfall of Silicon Valley all happened because of this one single phrase: move fast, break things. And I'll be explaining this throughout my presentation by splitting my presentation into three main parts: the origin of move fast, break things, what changed, and how do we protect and preserve this ethos. Starting off, let's talk about the moving fast part of this ethos. Why were companies moving so fast? This all happened after the invention of the integrated circuit in 1958. During this time period, technology was improving rapidly. And by rapidly, I mean really fast. And every 2 years, technology was almost doubling in speed and power. Due to this, tech entrepreneurs had to keep up with this rapidly improving technology. And due to this, the ideology of move fast developed. Well, this answers the move fast part of the question, but what about the break things? Well, during the 1970s, companies actually started breaking things. And this happened all because of the improving financial access. During this time period, risk-free funding from the US government was introduced, and the establishment of multiple venture capitalist firms such as Cleaner Parks and Sequoia Capital happened in Silicon Valley. Well, now with all this improving financial access, how could startup companies get access to all this money? Well, this was quite easy. Startup companies had to be surprising and impressive and had to be profitable in order to attract investors. To do this, one solution was to break societal norms. And this sort of led to the idea of breaking things. Companies became used to breaking societal norms in order to attract investors. One important example is Apple. Apple embodies the idea of thinking different. That is literally their brand slogan. Apple challenges societal norm that computers were these big, expensive machines by introducing the cheap and easy to use personal computer, which was Apple I. Basically, Apple broke societal norms. And this idea of breaking things is present in a lot of firms throughout Silicon Valley. But recently, this idea has changed. This idea of moving fast and breaking things has changed, and it has sort of fallen down in popularity. As you can see, from 2017 onwards, there has been a decrease in the number of newly funded startups. Basically, people are not willing to start businesses, and there are multiple reasons because of this. Firstly, there is growing market saturation, there is financial instability due to the pandemic, there's global inflation, and there's more burdensome government regulation, all of which has made it quite cumbersome to start businesses. And this has led to a shift in ideology from moving fast and breaking things to moving carefully. People do not want to take the risk to start businesses, and this has led to a fall in popularity of the move fast, break things ideology. Frankly, this is bad. If there's less new businesses, there's less new ideas and inventions, which will completely impair societal progress. That is why we need to protect the initial ideology of move fast, break things. We need to preserve the initial ethos of constant innovation and progress. But how do we do this? Well, simply put, we need to make it easier to start new businesses. We need to incentivize business development. To do this, the government should offer more subsidies. We can reduce the complexity of starting a business, basically improving regulation, and also implementing more anti-competitive legislation. If this is done effectively, it'll be very easy to start new businesses, and which will mean more invention and more societal progress. We should never forget that Silicon Valley was founded upon the belief that humanity would progress with technology. Due to this, we need to restore this idea of change, of changing things and moving fast. That's why we need to restore the original Silicon Valley. Thank you.